feeling the pressure. Please, not at all.
It's Madden NFL 24, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He's coming off a week where he could do no wrong and piled up the yards. It's the Vikings and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They were winning. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he returns this to the 22. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They will be led out by the Heisman Trophy winner from 2018, drafted #1 overall the subsequent year, Kyler Murray.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. You look at this defense for the Vikings. They are #2 in the NFL against the run right now, Charles.
They've established themselves pretty well throughout this season. But, boy, what a competitive group of people. They do not like that ranking they have now because they think that they're better, and they're out to prove it again in this game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Through the middle of the field. And down to the 16-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
First down, Murray. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast. But sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball, because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. Now Murray throwing on second down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Murray now to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. George Kittle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
I know teams always talk about having a 24-hour rule after a game, and eventually we end up rolling our eyes. But it works both ways, right? 24 hours if you win, 24 if you lose. But, boy, it's a fun 24 when you win the game. And you win NFC Offensive Player of the Week, isn't it?
Absolutely. Herbert's throw pulled in by Woods. And they're able to get this one across the 35. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
21.
Here's Herbert. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The numbers for Woods last week, well up over 100 yards, and one of those catches found his way into the end zone.
I do think he'll be hard-pressed to duplicate those numbers this week, though, because he's gotten their attention, so they will double him on every snap at a minimum. In some cases, they'll triple him.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. To the air again, Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Woods. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, you look at this offense, so what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November,
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Now a hit and a loose football. One of the linebackers has got it. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set them up 1st and goal. Mitchell. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll try to run with Mitchell, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That 2nd down play nets a -4. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal as they've got it as we resume action. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And this is fielded just short of the goal line, but the fair catch means this drive will begin at the 25. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert once more. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
22 yards. 1st down, Vikings.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Henry. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Henry again. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Tucker with the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Doing is working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. Here's Herbert. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. On third down, here's Mitchell. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.